Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 12th episode of AS Roma at 360 degrees. I'm Andrea Monaco, and today I will try to explain you the latest news of AS Roma today. In English, I remind you, if you want to subscribe on my channel, I will be really happy. So, let's start. Lefebvre finally is an official AS Roma player. He signed his contract yesterday. He trained with the group and he released an interview to the official AS Roma channel on YouTube in which he said that it's his first time in Roma. He has never been in Roma, so he's really happy because he thinks that it's the right place where to grow up for his family and also for him. We wish him a really good luck. We talked about him in the last days. He's a box-to-box player. He can do both of the faces, the offensive face and the defensive face. Probably he has to improve on many aspects. In particular, he has to score more goals because he doesn't score a lot. But I think that De Rossi will try to work about that and he will improve a lot. He's a key player because we don't have many players in our squad with that characteristics. We have only Bove. We don't have many box-to-box players, so I think that he will play many matches and he will be a key player of AS Roma, and everyone hopes that, obviously. Ghisolfi wanted him a lot because he knew him when Ghisolfi was at Lorient. Roma paid him 23 million euros. The latest news reported that the operation was about 20 million euros, so Roma spent more than 20 million euros. So he's a key player of this project, and I think that Roma has obviously have many expectations about him. So every supporter has many expectations about Lefebvre. Always talking about transfer market, let's talk about Paulo Dybala, because Il Messaggero today reported that he wants to stay in Trigoria. This is a really good news because everyone wants Dybala in Trigoria. He will get married in July, so he will leave Trigoria, he will go to Argentina to get married, and he will come back at the end of the month. His contract expires with Roma in 2025, but if he will play half of the matches in the next season, his contract will automatically be renewed until 2026. The only problem of Dybala are the injuries, because in these 2 years he got injured many times, but unfortunately, obviously, but when he plays, he's the key player of Roma, is the most talented player of our squad, so I think that is a really important player, and I would be really happy if he will stay until 2026. I'm not sure because in the transfer market, nothing is sure. But I'm really positive that he will stay in Roma next season because I see him really focused. He trained really hard in these days. I saw many videos about the trainings in Trigoria in these days. I think that is really good in Roma. So he doesn't want to move, even if Roma will not play Champions League. This is an important aspect, and so we hope that he will stay, obviously. Probably AS Roma will sell. It's not sure. Probably if a good bid will arrive in Trigoria, Abram could leave AS Roma. The requirement of Roma is about 30 million euros. It's a huge request, I think, from the society. I can't imagine that a team will offer 30 million for Abram that scored only one goal in the last season. So I think that my opinion is that if he has to leave, 30 million, obviously, I would sell. If a team would offer 30 million euros for Abram, I would sell him, obviously. But if we have to leave him for 5 million euros or 10 million euros, I would keep him as the second choice, and I would buy a striker that would start from the first minute. Many names were done in these days. Amorodion from Real Sociedad, Sorloth from Villarreal. The lastest name was made by Sky Sport and is El Nesyri, the striker of Sevilla. His cost is about 20 million euros. And many news reported about an exchange between El Nesyri and Bove. Bove would go to Sevilla and El Nesyri would join Roma. I hope that this exchange won't be made, because I want that Bove stays in Rome. Is the key player, is one of the key player of Roma. Of course, he's really young. He's a S Roma fan and a S Roma supporter, and also a good player. And I think that we don't have players with these characteristics, so I would never sell Bove. And I would take El Nesyri because he's a good striker. Roma needs a striker. He's young. He was born in 1997, I think. So he has also a perspective of growing up. So I would keep him. I would take him, but without leaving, obviously, Eduardo Bove. So let's see. Many names were made. Sorloth costs a lot because his fee is about 38 million. So it's a huge, would be a huge operation for Roma, of course. So let's see. Awar could leave also Roma. Al Ittihad, an Arabic team, wants him. Awar arrived for free last year, so he could leave Roma. Personally, I would keep him if there isn't a huge bid. But I don't know what Roma wants to do. He didn't do well last year, but I think that he has a lot of quality. He's a really, really good player, because when he comes from Lione last year, everyone was happy. I was really happy because he has a lot of quality. He's a technical player, so I would keep him, and I think that De Rossi likes him a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we'll stay in Roma. Let's see, and I will try to report you every news about also Awar. The last news is about Diego Llorente, because yesterday he signed his contract with Betis Sevilla. We wish him a really good luck. He's a player that did really well in Roma. I would have kept him. Obviously, he said that Roma was interested in him, but he joined Betis Sevilla. He decided to join Betis. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. What we can say is that I think that if Roma wanted to keep him, he would have stayed in Roma, because I think that he stayed really well in Roma. And now we have to take another central back. This is the past, unfortunately. It's useless to talk about things that happened in the past and that you can change. But it would have been. It would have made really, really, really good, in my opinion, if he would have stayed in Roma. So, these were the latest news about AS Roma. I remind you, if you want to subscribe on my channel, if you want to leave a comment or put a like or tell every opinion, I will read you in my podcast. Bye bye and Forza Roma.